There is an unspoken and seldom articulated crisis within the SBC and the wider circles of the evangelical church. In the sunset of the attractional church model, we have succeeded in wooing many through our front doors with relevant teaching, with powerful concert-like worship, and a myriad of family-friendly programs. Yet our painful, untold story lies in the crowd of broken people who are flooding through our back doors. They are leaving because they are not shepherded. They are leaving because their brokenness is treated with contempt, inconvenience, or dismissal. They are leaving because we have preferred protecting our reputation over the cries of those who have been violated. They are leaving because they are not heard, valued, or welcomed. They are leaving because they feel utterly alone in their stories, because so few abuse stories are even hinted at on Sunday mornings. We're just simply not hearing the story. While we long to see the church grow deeper through discipleship and wider through evangelism, instead we're experiencing a shameful exodus of the very people who would offer the world the kind of authentic, raw hope the next generation craves and needs. We are losing our prophetic voice because of our nearsighted fear of how messy we perceive the abuse can be. And yet they are the ones Jesus pursued when he walked this earth. And I would argue are the very people who can teach us to love the world that Jesus died for. The abused are our tutors, but we have expelled them from our churches. Jesus tells the story of the Good Samaritan, which is as relevant today as it was when he uttered it. No religious leader would tend to the needs of the one who is robbed and beaten, and now there are men, women, and children who have been robbed, coerced, shamed, belittled, beaten, marginalized, and sexually assaulted, sitting quietly in our padded chairs, feeling absolutely unseen. They are afraid to speak, and lately we can see why. Leaders within the evangelical community have scoffed at victims daring to tell their stories. They have minimalized abuse using rhetoric that morphs it from felony to minor infraction. They have covered up abuse within their well-protected and powerful ranks. They've embarked on shame-based campaigns toward anyone speaking out. They have stood to their feet and applauded an abuser. They have re-victimized the survivor, something so grievous that Jesus didn't even place this in the Good Samaritan narrative. At least the religious people walked on by on the other side of the road, but today we are guilty of grabbing the nearly unconscious victim and reharming him or her with our platitudes or our downright shame and harshness. Here's why there continues to be a revolving back door to our churches. The Good Samaritans of the world outside our churches have provided far more help and empathy than the church has. And this should not be. We are living again in a time where Ezekiel's words ring prophetic for the church. It says this in Ezekiel 34, 4-6. You have not taken care of the weak. You have not tended the sick or bound up the injured. You have not gone looking for those who have wandered away and are lost. Instead, you have ruled them with harshness and cruelty. So my sheep have been scattered without a shepherd, and they are easy prey for a wild animal. They have wandered through all the mountains and all the hills across the face of the earth, yet no one has gone to search for them. It is time for us to start searching.